Hey, welcome. This is a relationship reading, and I am astonished. I feel like it just dawned on me just now what happened between y'all. I think this is a soulmate that's in separation right now, you could say, or two people who couldn't really come together at the same time in the same place to make that commitment to each other. It's not a perfect relationship. There is no perfect relationship, but there was a lot of love and kind of dedication on both sides. So what's happening? If this is you and your mate, oh, I didn't pull the signs yet. Am I ahead of myself and behind my? Hold on. Hold on here. Ah, huh. Okay. Oh boy. So who's this other person that's been doing all that? There was an interface of oh, someone's gotten in the middle of your relationship. If you're already broken up, there was some shenanigans going on from someone else who wanted to keep you guys apart. Someone someone was doing the most, like black magic. Someone had fake accounts to try and get you guys to. It's almost like you thought you were fighting with them online or something. If this was a long distance relationship and it wasn't even them, it was like someone pretending to be them to stir up trouble, but I think it worked. I think that whatever happened, this person was either paid to do that or they're not even paid to do that. They're just part of the club that likes to cause chaos in the world. Like, anyone asked for that? My God. Oh, yeah, let me pull the signs. And by the way, I never did find Cancer. Cancer is somewhere here, so sorry, Cancer. I'll get you in the mix for the next pull, okay? Okay. Oh, no, Cancer. Stupid. What? I'm so confused. What is wrong? Okay, Cancer, Libra. Cancer. Something is everything. Nothing is what it seems in this situation. One of you is like super on guard about the other one, and the other one is super on guard about the other one because y'all have been tricked. Tricked. I mean, you both. I feel like it could be that someone handed them the rope to hang themselves with in this relationship. Like they had someone around them that was filling their head with absolute nonsense, like in real life, real time. Real life, real time. And on your end, you are, or we're maybe communicating. I don't know if this is just something like you met online maybe and you never got to the point where you were able to be physical, but there's obvious love there, or you were already in a relationship and it just collapsed and somebody else was behind that, like somebody else was doing the most. On one side over here we have Gypsy. So what did I say? Cancer and Libra? Okay, over here we have Gypsy. They're more earth child, mother nature baby, very intuitive. They like a slower paced life. They enjoy peace and quiet, and they have maybe they have a lot of water in their chart. Maybe that's our Cancer over there, or in their chart somewhere. They have a very unique perspective. They are very, like, you never met anyone like them before. But I think that's on both sides. I think y'all are both very unique, but this person over here is more linear thinking. Maybe that's our Libra. Faster paced. Like, this person would rather sit and maybe, stare out the window and an evening ferry to Sausalito, by the way, is a really nice night, but not if you're feeling active and itching to keep moving and get moving. So I think they come from very different places energetically, but they can both wear many hats with that. I think maybe that's an initial problem, but that's not even a problem, because the problem here is somebody else is doing the most to keep you guys apart, or they did, and it worked. Because I don't think you guys are together. I don't think you're talking. And I think that y'all were set up. So let's talk about, first of all, what kind of deep seated fears that you all have against each other to let this these dark sided people exploit that in the first place, Because we all have a responsibility to confront our darkest fears. So the gypsy person who's more unconventional, who's probably very clairvoyant, but also very intelligent. They like to maybe move around. Although this person likes to be active, they prefer to be like they prefer to like stay at home or have a base or stay in their city, or they don't like to travel the world, where this person would like to maybe keep on the move, but very slowly at a slow pace, if that makes sense. This person can spend a lot of time online. Maybe they like video games too, but they feel like this person's judging them for what they do, and this person feels like they're judging them for what. This is funny because this person is afraid that this person is judging them for like being crazy. And they are. But not because it's true, because that's a deep-seated fear of theirs. Maybe because they had an ex that was. So it's like this person's kind of clairvoyantly, or did pick up on the fact that this person was like, "Oh, I don't know about you. You might be crazy. Like I'm afraid that you might turn out to be like batshit, something totally unfounded, not based in reality." That fear, but they are picking up on a real fear, and it caused this prickling up. It caused them to go from, maybe they have a Leo in the chart, from being like a purring kitten to the Halloween cat with its back arched and its claws drawn. So there was some fear that they were picking up on that was based in reality, but that has nothing to do with them, and that's something that this person has to work on themselves. And if this is happening in real time and your person is being abusive, if your person is being abusive specifically, or was, you had to move on. Whether they were being manipulated into it or not, which they were, it doesn't matter. Abuse is never okay, and you never make excuses for someone who is trying to hurt you or disempower you, or who acts like, you're their enemy, or is just aggressive for no reason. Or someone that runs away and never explains themselves. That's not okay either. Like, there's something that happened that needed to be talked out, and it was never talked out. But you did have to move on, or you do have to move on right now. If you're feeling like this person is disempowering to you. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. Go, Jin. I pulled these little. Jin, go. Oh boy. Jin, go. Jin, go. Maybe you two are very powerful people spiritually. Maybe you are very high up in like the chain of command in some sort of a like spiritual angel situation. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, even though it's Sunday. Everyone has their different opinion on what that means, and I'm not that person. Okay, I'm not a teacher. I'm not like a light worker or anything, you guys. So just a girl flipping cards in their room. So can we not argue about semantics and just say that y'all are both very spiritually adept? That's a problem for some of the dark ones. Maybe this person understands that world and this person doesn't, and they made them feel like they were crazy. For them trying to maybe warn them about something that they were dealing with, and this one didn't believe them, and they're about to. There's something that's happening to them where it's like they didn't believe you and they kept their head in the sand. Is something this came up in another Leo reading where it was no, this isn't what even reading is this? Libra Cancer? That oh, wait a minute. Who's this? Okay. Oh. So for the antagonist in this story, the one who's trying to set up you both, you're both being set up, but one person might have been sicked on the other. It's a soldier on the other side. Caveman mentality, patriarchal. Um, Women should be in the in their place in the kitchen, naked, barefoot, something disgusting like that. They also practice black magic. They like pain is the point here. They wanted to break your heart. They wanted to break their heart. This might have been someone who, yeah, they set this person up to see this person as crazy when maybe online and it wasn't them. Maybe it was a situation on both sides because with the sun in reverse. And this person, by the way, this person has serious star whacker energies. And if you don't know what star whacker energies is, like you're probably not in the entertainment business, but it's basically a group of ankle biting vampires who kind of worm their way into a very highly creative or celebrity or creators world and then kind of chip away at their relationships and their sanity and become almost a handler until oops, there's an accident, they're dead, but oh, look who's suddenly in the will. Something like that. So it's not like this person was like in love with one of you and wanted to get with you. No, it's just their MO of causing chaos and confusion. Okay, so that's what they're doing it for. Whoever's playing them like a puppet, they're going to have them do all the dirty work, which is usually what the devil does, right? Not going to argue about semantics here. And then the devil swoops in and takes all of the abundance that they stole from you, and then they're dead, but no one cares because it's like you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And the snake eats its own tail, and the machine is powered by that. And two soulmates are torn apart, and the world is worse off for it. Okay, so if we take away all the manipulation and the black magic, did I show you guys that? The magician in reverse with the sun in reverse. So much manipulation. Like this was an effort. That must have been more than one person's little project here. How many people are we talking about here? 9. 9 is a significant number to someone, but it's in reverse there. So the occultic 9, those that decide to turn the world on its head, upside down, take something pure, play God. That came up in the last reading I did that I wanted to take several showers about. Those that play God in their little holes, in their little laboratories, in the same kind of way that they did back in the days of Atlantis. Yes. So who's behind the puppet who's been used maybe literally online? Maybe they're hired trolls and they don't really know what they're doing. It's just they know that they needed to break this up and they did it. They were successful. How do I know that? Because you guys aren't together and you're fighting, and this is their they prevented this you two from coming together. They prevented that. They came in fast with some lies to confuse you both. You were both confused by this. They did cause chaos. They did cause heartbreak. It did cause a collapse of what you both thought was a firm foundation, and it changed kind of everything you thought about each other, but nothing was real. You know, like the problems that you have with each other are the same things that other couples have. But this, it was little by little. It was little by little. What's that? So the main little puppets here were three little witches sitting in a tree, you know. Ew. Maybe they have weird little orgies with each other, you know. But they really do feel like they were successful here. They feel like their little demonic magic worked here. And then those that are the puppet masters over them are, I mean, they'll just wipe them out of the way so that there's no witnesses. Oh my god. So there's a base group of 3 that were kind of doing this. The puppet master over them was a group of 9. And the group over them that's puppet, you know what I mean? It's like goes back to those in their dark holes that play God. I feel like my apocalypse readings always come out on a Sunday. Oh my god. So maybe this, oh yeah, I feel like there was mistaken identities. There was a concerted effort. There was hacking, like literal hacking and changing of posts or posing as someone. Oh my god, they did the most. Like, this is some old boys club Illuminati. Let's get together and trash this person's life, reputation, and take everything they got. That's what this is. Y'all are alienated from each other. You're not talking to each other. Maybe both of y'all worlds have fallen apart. What do you do? What do you do? You know, and if it did, like I said, don't make excuses for them though. If you're with someone and they're not listening to you and you're like, I think someone's doing black magic on us, or I think that there's a poltergeist in this house, or like it's not someone doesn't believe in ghosts or something, but this isn't a ghost. It's like there's a djinn in your house. You know? Like, don't ignore it. Don't put your head in the sand. If there's something that's attached itself to this person because of their anger, because of what they thought you did that you didn't do, that they're where the communication has been completely lost, or there was supposed to be a marriage and then one person called it off because of this setup. This is a setup. This is a setup. This is a conspiracy. Like, but don't make excuses for them. You know, if you have to walk away right now and save yourself and keep yourself safe, go ahead and do that. A clue may be that one person thinks the other person is more bougie than them. So maybe one person has more money than the other, and this person doesn't even care about money. It has nothing to do with that, but this person's name has been lied on, spat on, Like, there have been people brought into this war that have no idea who these people even really are personally, and they've chosen sides and decided to stomp on it. And they have no idea who's really calling the shots. Okay, what to do, what not to do. This is upsetting. I'm sorry. This breaks my heart. Oh. How? Okay, so there's divine timing here. It's like, oh my god, this came up in the Cancer reading too. Maybe you have Cancer. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, you guys, I'm so blonde. Maybe you have Cancer in your chart. I literally pulled Cancer specifically for this reading. Please forgive me. Y'all. Love can save the day. Love will save the day. Compassion, kind, caring, open, vulnerable communication. You two in a room without anybody else looking at each other in the eye. Start small. Start small. With the little mom tattoo there, you have to have the kind of loving compassion of a divine feminine mother. Both of you have to embody that energy for each other. Both of you. You know, that's Venus. That's love. That's unconditional love. That's realizing that you have the same values, you just have different lifestyles. And that can be worked on, but this hate that seems to be there was completely manufactured. So something's going to happen where both of you are shown something, given a gift of information from your guides, your ancestors, your higher power, your higher self. Your higher self, the part that's untouched by time and space, and theirs. Because something wasn't right and you felt like it, and maybe this person didn't listen to you, but they're about to. Something's going to happen that kind of shakes them to their core. What is it? Because I'm nosy. Maybe the person that swooped in to their life, or if this is, wait, hold on, before I say that, is that someone that's already in their life, or is it, ah, hold on, ah, they have someone giving them bad spiritual advice or something. Like, why don't they listen to you? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. They have someone very toxic in their environment that's been filling their head with absolute nonsense. So there's an effort. So there's the hacker that's been working on it, the fake profiles online. There's the person in this life, in their life, literally, that's been filling their head with absolute nonsense and nudging them in the wrong direction and lying and lying and lying and lying and lying and causing them to make false judgments on you. This person is going to see the truth. This person's mask is about to fall off. Oh my god. They're going to see that this peaceful demeanor, oh my god, they're going to try and poison them and they're going to get caught. Holy Mother of God. Jesus Jesus' Mother Mary, please be with me in this reading right now because this is getting a little bit twisted. This is getting a little bit dark here. This is a bad witch. This is not a woman in total control of herself. This is a demonic djinn, like walking in a skin suit. This is I am fire, you are clay. Ha ha ha, I squish you all. And you all happen to be very highly intelligent, a dynamic duo that is like what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. It's like the sum is greater than its parts, and you're universe creators, creator gods coming together. That's a problem for the ones that love to enslave humanity and think that that's the way to go. So there's an innocence on your side too, even though there's a clairvoyant there, if that's who you are, or on the other side here, there's this person would never think of themselves in that way, never think of themselves in that way, but they are, because they put their head in the sand and ignored that this sort of thing happened at all. And then when they started to get wind, something spooked them. They got with one of their friends that is a high priestess in reverse, which they're working with the darkness. They do a lot of drugs. They do a lot of drugs. They do a lot of drinking. They have a lot of really weird symbolism and altars, like weird, dead, creepy. Like maybe you thought it was edgelordy thing at first, and it's not. So if you're this other person and you're realizing that, oh my God, I'm surrounded by spiders, I'm surrounded by vipers. Maybe that person was right. If you're on this side of it, it's going to be shocking. It's going to be shocking the lengths that they would go to. And the lengths that they'd go to is trying to bump you off when they realize that you are starting to see through their mask. I'm serious. I don't like it when that one comes up with these cards like that. What to do about that? Like, what's going to happen there? Oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. Okay, so the Vipers are going to start fighting amongst themselves. Three of Cups. This was like this, though. The Magician in reverse again. Did I not already pull that? Okay, I'm just pulling the same cards over and over again here. You are protected as long as you come to the understanding that this was happening. Both sides. Okay? Your consciousness is bigger than your body. And so's theirs, and that's a problem. And you two coming together, that's a problem for some dark little spiders. And they've all been working on this web together. I'm just getting that they've been working on this web together. This initial set of 3, then the one of 9, and then the one of 12, and then whatever. If you decide that you don't hate each other, that you love each other, it's like if you could get together right now and start to have some of these conversations by next month, y'all are going to be back together and untouchable and back in love and happy. And you kind of had to walk away from someone in your life, and they have to walk away from whoever this person is that's filling their head with nonsense so they can chip away at them, from them, take their hard earned abundance. Bump you both off. They wouldn't care. Yeah, they wouldn't care. Relaxing in Japantown. Oh, that would be a nice time. 7 of Pentacles. So this is a time for... Oh my God, my nails are coming off, y'all. Please ignore my nails. It's like you are both so caught up in working hard and fighting off all the chaos in your own lives that you didn't see the small details that you were both being chipped away at. And that it was concerted effort. It was an effort of several spiders spinning webs and several snakes who were didn't even really need an excuse to jump in there. Like, I think that might be the hacker part. They think they're part of like a special boys club or something, and they're just puppets, and they'll be bumped off as soon as they realize that they're not going to get what they were promised for doing that. They never do. The devil never comes through. Never. So, compassion on both sides and forgiveness, but first, the awareness. So, both of you need to put down your tool chest, you need to put down your work, you need to clear out your schedule to have a really nice one-on-one date where you sit and you look each other in the eye and you say, I miss you and I love you. What happened back there? Let's talk about it. This should have been talked about already, but let's not go to the woulda, shoulda, coulda, because if this isn't an eye-opening experience, I don't know what is. You'll never be able to be messed with again by anyone else as a couple. But they were having their head filled with nonsense from a supposed spiritualist who had no business speaking on the subject. That person, that spiritualist, knew what they were doing. They were giving them bad advice on purpose. And that would have been like a friend of a friend or something, that... Oh my God. Okay, well, that answers my question. What's going to happen to all these people who are trying to cause your destruction and downfall? They have made terrible, terrible decisions, terrible, terrible mistakes, and their entire existence is going to be destroyed. Their entire existence, their vision, their abundance, their insight, whatever gifts they thought they had, the spiritualist, it's gone. If this is like a black magic voodoo, and not like black girl magic, no, that's beautiful. I'm talking about the abomination where you call in evil spirits and use them to hurt people and manipulate energy, and that is not okay, and it's never been okay. And that's what y'all had behind all of this, all of this, all of this. So gifts of information coming on both sides. Yeah, just rest right now. Just rest. Feel your feelings. Realize that you still love them and that something isn't right there. Don't jump in like, I'm going to stand up for myself for what they said to me, because I don't think they said that to you. I don't think they did. And I don't think you said that to them. And they need to understand that too. That there's been some shenanigans of the highest level here. This was kind of a huge effort here. So if you can go into this with a peaceful, loving, compassionate mindset, like I said, this is about figuring out how tangled that web was. But get off the internet, because like you might be. This is divine timing. This is either the higher power stepping in, or someone who's been watching this whole thing go down, who was higher than any of y'all even involved, even the two of you, who's going to step in and say no more. We had to see how far they would take it before we stepped in, and now this of bringing this to the attention of the higher courts is what I'm getting. That's a message for someone. So big kiss on the forehead to you, and forgiveness and compassion, please, on both sides. You both need to be in your feminine energy of being receptive to new information and to be receptive to each other, okay? And it will be smooth sailing if you guys kick out everybody else in this situation besides you and them together, literally in a room, not online. It'll change everything. And any difference between y'all does not matter. And these persons, the person, the persons, and the people are going to have everything taken away from them in one swift, shocking move. It's like the curtain will be pulled up, like in The Wizard of Oz, but it's like an act of God, like an animal, like little Toto, you know, in that Wizard of Oz where he pulls the curtain back. It's like a guardian angel guiding an animal to do something that reveals everything. So that's a clue. But it will reveal everything. And you might have a lot more questions than answers at first, but it's kind of something that you two have to work out between yourselves. Libra Cancer. There is harmony there. There is beauty there. You know, there is a compassion and an equality there at the base of it. There's just been a lot of lies, manipulation, black magic, and all the things, like all the things that I that you don't want to see come up with in a reading for someone's trying to prevent this. Like it was all the things, you know? And this other person, like, you need to be nurtured. You need to feel safe. So if it was feeling like it was getting dangerous and you had to run away, good for you for doing that. Good for you for doing that. And that's something that you need to talk about. You need to say, you know, if there wasn't an abuse, but you were afraid of it, say, I felt like abuse was coming next. And then maybe they can talk out where they were in their head with this person, these people around them filling their head with garbage, like a conspiracy to do so. And them being a linear, head over heart kind of person, they they buried their head in the sand when you were coming through with your etheric wisdom, when they should have listened. And that's something that they're going to have to come to terms with, and they will. Because if they're a Libra, they want the truth, they want justice, and you deserve justice. This union deserves justice, if only to come together and talk it out and look each other in the eye. So make sure you're feeling safe so that you can come back from being the Halloween cat. But you don't have to force anything. It will happen naturally. It will feel natural. It will feel like peace and freedom and power in that moment to come together and talk about it, okay? So if it feels scary or dark or ominous, this might not be your reading and that might not be your person. And you are being kept from your true love, soulmate, higher spiritual union by that person. So if you followed along this far, but the characters were off or the positions were off, it's because that person's still in your life and chipping away at you and filling your head with nonsense to keep you away from your true love, your true mate. But you both need to make a heart over head decision, both of you. So just rest right now. It's kind of a time of contemplation for the both of you, kind of a deciding not to be apathetic about something that broke your heart so terribly that you almost wanted to pretend like it didn't exist. It exists. You exist. Your love exists. And it's precious. So don't worry, everything will happen in divine timing. There's going to be a tower moment that is visceral, that you will see, that you will feel. But it's not yours and it's not theirs. It's, you know, it's the spiders, it's the snakes, it's the sharks. So we got spiders, snakes, and sharks. You almost didn't stand a chance, except for, like I was saying, this relationship was the catalyst for almost your higher power to be able to shut it down without any interference. meaning getting y'all hurt in the process. So you had to be shooed away, and maybe, your higher power had to shoo you this way and shoo this person that way for the destruction so that you can come back. So it will be after something obvious on both sides, and you'll both be ready. Ooh, 40 minutes. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. But this is a very specific reading for two very powerful people. This is a power duo. It's not squad goals, it's relationship goals. Heart over head decision on both sides. When you decide to do that, the truth will be shown. The curtain will be pulled away, maybe by a cute little dog or something, who's being nudged by your ancestors who want to protect you and who want to protect this union. And then there's nothing that can stop you, okay? So that's the light at the end of the tunnel, I hope, if there is any. And if there was a situation where they were really actually literally abusive to you, like beating you and putting their hands on you, this is not your reading. Or that's the person that's keeping you from this one, because your true soulmate will never hurt you. They will never beat you. They will never make you come up with excuses about how you fell down the stairs to explain your bruises and black eyes. No, that's not it. That's the deceiver. So keep that in mind. Like, if you had to run for your life literally, you're never going back to that. You are never going back. That was the interference. And you haven't met them yet, so stay optimistic. Remove yourself from any situation that makes you feel scared or unsafe, especially if you are the Cancer here in this situation. You need to be nurtured. You need to feel safe. And if you need to just go kind of retreat to like your family and your friends, your besties that will pamper you and treat you kindly, that's where you need to be. It'll all happen in divine timing. So don't force anything. Don't rush anything. And they have to come to a realization too. So you'll come together, just them, just you, when it's right. So rest for now, okay? Rest. The worst is over, okay? See you for the next one. Bye-bye.